I've created another rum cocktail. Now, typically when I make these, I would say I'm going to use my favorite X rum in here, but I wanted to put my taste buds to the test. So in one of these, I've used what I would deem as my go-to white unaged rum. But in the other two, I've kind of used alternative rums. So this is spinning around God knows how many times. I'm going to show you how I've made the cocktail. We're going to dive in for a blind tasting, see which one I actually pick. Hey rum fans, or welcome back to the channel. My name's Steve the Barman, bartender for over 30 years, rum lover for God knows how long. And right here on this channel, we did deep dive into rum between 21 and 24, and then I gave it up, but I'm back to it now with a new mission to create 100 brand new rum cocktails for my cocktail book that will be released in 2027. Right, let's crack on and start making this cocktail. Hopefully this will come out in the light. Hopefully there'll be reflections there, but I've numbered the shakers 1, 2, and 3. The recipe will be in the description below, along with a link to download my free rum PDF book. So go and grab that. Loads of discounts as well, 15s and 10% off. So go and check out the description. Right. What has been one of my go-to cocktail rums for a couple of years now is going in number 1. This is Stellar, 4-rum blend, Reunion, Swaziland, Jamaica, and Don Republic. And this is a 45ml. All 3 of these are going to be 45ml. The Challenger. I love this stuff as well. But this is a straight out agricole. So that's got a touch of agricole in it from their Reunion. I had to think then. This has all out agricole. So it's Martinique cane juice rum. And again, slightly stronger ABV. That's 43. This is 50. But we're going for the same 45ml, 1.5 ounces. I had to double check then. I know I said 43. It's actually a 40% ABV, but it does punch quite considerably higher than that. And then the final competitor, brand new to the bar, 2.0 time round. I must admit, I wasn't the hugest fan of this first time round, but I've had it a couple of times since, not here, when I've been out. And I thought, do you know what, that's actually really good rum, really good. So I've got it back behind the bar for my Rum Journey 2.0. This is Veritas, Probitas to you guys in the US. Hamden and Foursquare white rum blend, 47% rum. So again, 45ml, 1.5 ounces. Tell you what, if you love your agricoles and your funkier style of rums, you want to be in here right now because the aromas are flipping insane. Right, and then it's the same ingredients going in all of them now. I'm not need another bottle of lime juice in a second. 30ml of lime juice. Going to do what I always do and build out the sour element of my cocktails first. So I've done the rum, I've done the citrus, and now I'm going to do the sweet stuff. And this is in 2 components. We're going for 10ml of your favorite peach. I'm using Real, obviously. Now I'm just going to complement that with a little bit of vanilla syrup. And again, I've got Real here, 5ml. And just to complement that, I've got my 10-pin bowling pin there. Is that all on camera? Yeah, that is. This is my lemon from Australia, lemon myrtle. I'll talk about alternatives and stuff like that because I know a lot of you won't be able to get this, but this is incredible stuff. I'm just going for 10ml. Well, there is one more ingredient coming, but that will come after the shake. Fizzy carbonated soda, flavored soda. So again, just to ice up, quick shake. And then, so there's no cheating, I'm actually going to measure this out. This is Franklin's & Sons pineapple and almond soda. Absolutely delicious. Nothing like an Old Jamaica or a Fanta or anything like that. It's just a proper sort of semi-sweetened soda water, pineapple soda with a hint of almond. So 60ml, 2 ounces going to each of these. Right, so I just need to get these on my spinny thing. We're going to film the start of the video, then we're going to come back for a little blind tasting because these things would have spun around so many times by the time we get to there I won't have a clue which one's which. Right, intro filmed. Let's get into tasting these. God knows how many times that's spun around. Absolutely zero ideas. Let's plug my mic back in. There we go. Right, There we go. So let's take this one first. All three of these, in theory, should have a similar kind of funky note, funky element to them. In theory, don't know. In theory, one should be stronger than the other. Well, or two should be stronger than my favorite. So this is going to be really interesting. So the first one, God damn, that's delicious. Subtle, funky note going in there. I'm going to get, I've done this too many times. My head went straight to agricole when I tasted that, but I haven't tasted the other two yet. So this is going to be interesting. Right, let's go in for the second one. Let's do this proper. Let's have some water. Right. So is that. But not quite as strong. That's beautiful. That's a different profile. I haven't got that. That has to be the agricole. Could be the Veritas though. Could be quite easily. But this one's got this lovely sort of funky, herbaceous, grassy note to it. This one's just beautifully rounded, delicious. There's nothing punching out, which is possibly what you want from a cocktail. You want all those flavors to blend in together, and they do. You get that peach note. You get the sort of vanilla note that comes through there. You get the rum. You get the pineapple-iness from the soda. Oh, that's, yeah. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Right, let's go for number 3. That's definitely the agricole. That's 100% has to be the agricole. If it doesn't, my palate is shot to bits. Has to be. That has to be the Rhum JM. This one, right, let's go back again. I didn't think with the Probitas in there, or Veritas, sorry. I didn't think it would be that pronounced, to be fair, but I think it is. I'm going to have a bold stab already of which one's which would lead to be a little bit more biased because I think I know which one is which because of the taste profiles. And it just depends what you want from a cocktail. As I've said, that is the sum of all its parts. Nothing, one thing punches out there. Peach, vanilla, pineapple notes, the rum notes. You get a beautiful, bright, sort of citrusy note from that Mer lemon. This one is similar, but there's just a touch of layer of funk just popping out. Now, you do get a layer of funk from the Stellar. The Stellar is Reunion, cane juice rum, Martinique. Sorry, Reunion. I've forgotten what it is now. Reunion, Swaziland, Jamaican unaged, and then Dominican Republic aged in there. So you do get like subtle hints of cane juice rum from that Stellar, which is slightly throwing me. I'm going to have a hunch. Rhum JM, Stellar, what's it called? Veritas. I'm in US speak at the moment, Probitas. But Probitas, Veritas. I'm going for the middle one. This is my favourite cocktail. And I wouldn't even say it's close. For me, that's a banging 9 out of 10. These ones just take it in a very subtle, different direction. Oh, that's good though. That is good. Oh, I don't know now. No, I'm going to stick with my first thing. If I stand here for too much longer, I'll probably swap to that. But I'm going to go with my gut reaction, my first instincts. If I'm scoring these, 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It just gives me too much. And in full honesty, if I was going to make a cocktail with an agricole, then I would probably adapt the recipe ever so slightly to get rid of those. So let's have the reveal. Before I talk you through alternative ingredients that you could use, especially for that lemon. So remember, hang on, I need to scroll up here. Where is it? Number 1 was Stellar, number 2 was Rhum JM, number 3 was the Veritas Probitas. So I'm expecting this to be number 2. Yeah, it is. Not sure I can hold that up to the camera, but yeah, no, I can't without spilling it. But that is number 2. So I'm hoping this is number 1. I'm hoping this is number 1. Yeah, look at that. Number 3. Just to hang on, just to prove this. Right, there we go. Middle one. Can we see that in the camera there? Number 1. Let's pour that one there. Can we see that somewhere reflecting? I don't know. I'm just wiggling around, but that's number 2. I'm quite proud of that. That's possibly up there with one of my greatest ever achievements. There we go. And there's number 3, the Veritas Probitas. Right, photo's done. Let's talk you through alternatives for these ingredients. Don't worry, these 2 are not going to go to waste. Trust me on that. So, first thing to clarify here, would I have done the recipe different had I been gearing it up for an agricole? Slightly. I would have probably, especially a 50% versus a 40%. Again, I'm dealing with so many rums at the moment. I thought Stellar was 43%, so it wouldn't have made too much difference. But I wouldn't say it was the ABV that was the difference in all these rums. It was actually just the pungency. Let's just go for that word, the pungency of the rums. Now, while I do use Stellar for that funky note, don't get me wrong, if you haven't seen other videos, I do adore agricole rums. Like that Rhum JM would definitely go in some of my cocktails going forward. Absolutely. So would the Veritas Probitas. They're great. They're fantastic rums. But sometimes when you're making cocktails, you don't want this big sort of bold note. You just want it needs to be what's the word? A collaboration. That's not the word I'm looking for, but a collaboration. All those ingredients need to work together harmoniously, and sometimes some rums don't enable that. So that Stellar, I'm quite chuffed with myself there because I love Stellar. I think it should be a bigger deal than what it actually is, and it's a fantastic rum. Yeah. So as I said, look, the Stellar, it's a 4-rum blend: Reunion, Swaziland, unaged Jamaica, aged Dom Republic. I don't know what blended rums you have in the US that would be equivalent to that, but you could quite easily do a replication of a touch of agricole with a touch of column still and a touch of pot still rums in there. Okay, that's a blend that's got all those sort of elements in there. The Veritas is it's a column, sort of a different type of column still, coffee column still, and pot still. And then obviously the Rhum JM, an agricole has to come from a column still, but they're very different column stills to what the Spanish origin rums do, like Dominican Republic. Very different styles. So you've got very different rums at play there. So I would say for this recipe, if you're going to recreate this, just play about. Your safe option is going to be your English origins, your Plantares, your Ron Cubes from Cuba, your Don Qs. That's going to be your safe option. But if you want your rums to pop out slightly, that's where the Stellar comes into its own for me on that. Now, I think we've gone down this journey long enough. I think everyone, the buttons are ticked and all that. Everyone knows I'm sort of in a paid partnership with Real, but that's because I've been using the products for God knows how long. I love and adore the products. They've got the highest fruit content, the highest fruit content of any syrup on the market, to my knowledge. I don't think there's another syrup that comes close when we're talking about proper fruit, not concentrates, fruit. So I've been using Real for God knows how long, but look, just use your favorite peach syrup. Okay, puree. These are puree infused syrups, hence they've got fresh fruit in there blended with sugar. And that's why I say a syrup is going to be a tiny, minuscule amount of fruit with sugar. And the puree goes the other way. They've got loads and loads of fruit and no syrup. So these are kind of ready to go. But essentially, vanilla syrup and a peach syrup. Can you recreate the pineapple and almond soda? And a not so sweet lemonade with a hint of pineapple and a touch of amaretto, maybe like a touch, like half a bar spoon of amaretto. You might get those almond notes in there, but that is delicious. As I said, very, very different to like your pineapple Fantas and all that sort of stuff. And then my 10-pin bowling pin. I love and adore this stuff. Again, I know 99% of you won't have access to this. You can get it in the UK quite easily now. It's there. I'm going to call this, I think the best way to describe this would be a lemon curacao, a lemon triple sec, a lemon version of Pierre Ferrand dry orange curacao. That's how I would explain it. I think the guys are doing something slightly different, like an aperitivo. It has got a touch of bitterness to it, but it's not sort of Campari levels or anything, or Aperol levels or anything close. You could do a limoncello. It is a slightly different flavor profile. So my little saying for this, I just class this as a lemon curacao, a lemon triple sec, if you like. But I have to point out, there's no lemon in this. This is lemon myrtle. It's a herb. It's just so lemon forward, you'd think it's made from lemons, and it's not. Right, so if you're still watching, that means you must love me and my content. So if so, I'd love you to come and join my my YouTube membership community. Lots of perks in there. You're going to help me build my cocktail book, which is getting released next year. But the big perk now is the live members, live YouTube membership streams. Can't even get my words straight now. But every Wednesday we go live to the membership community, whether it's rum tastings, whether it's comparisons, whether I'm looking at different liqueurs, whether I'm doing like what's new to the bar, all that sort of stuff goes exclusively live to the membership community. So click the link that's in the description below, click a join button on any of my videos, and I'd love it to see you in there. But if not, that's absolutely fine. If you want to watch another video that I've made, there'll be one on screen right now. Right, cheers. Got 3 of these bad boys to demolish. Oh, see you soon. Oh, that's so good. Oh.